Hey, what's up? I'm Colleen and welcome to my channel. I'm just a girl who's enthusiastic about makeup and positivity. And when I say positivity, I mean bringing people up, not pushing people down. Being mean is not cool. Awesome people are not mean, so be kind all the time. So welcome to another day of Colleen's Creeptober. For this edition of Colleen's Creeptober, I'm doing a very fun collab with the very awesome and one of my good friends on here, Jess from Just Your Average Jess. We came up with this really fun idea that we were each going to give each other one of our favorite characters from something from our childhood that we really loved, and we are going to do a spooky haunted version of this character that we loved growing up. So if you want to see what I gave Jess, check her channel out. I will have her listed below. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. She's totally awesome, way more than average, and she's just really cool, and you won't regret joining her average army. So Jess sent me over Princess Odette from the Swan Princess, this picture right here, because she said that she loved that movie growing up. She thinks that is underrated, and that movie made her become obsessed with the name Odette, which I don't blame her. Odette's a really pretty name. Odette's a really fun character. She is a princess. If you're unfamiliar with the Swan Princess, I'll give you a tiny little bit of a rundown of what Odette's about. Odette gets kidnapped, I believe, by this evil character called Rothbart, and he ends up making it so she turns into a swan during the day, and then at night she can turn back into a human in order to keep her prisoner. And the only way the spell can be broken is if her true love, which is Prince Derek, I think professes his undying true love to her. So the story is really interesting. It's really cool. It's a fun fairy tale, and of course it has a happy ending. And of course Odette is very strong. She's friendly, she's kind, she's strong-willed, she stands up for what she believes in, she's a fighter, so she's a really cool character. But my take on what we're doing with this character is, what if the spell that Rothbart put on Odette didn't exactly go so easy from just swan to person? What if it got a little wonky in between and Odette didn't look so light and positive? It actually made her look a little different. So if you want to find out what happened to Odette in my version of this story, just continue on and we will get into doing a tutorial right now. So I have my foundation and everything on my face. I put concealer and everything. I don't have any blush or anything on because I'm going to do a very ghostly kind of look. So I'm actually going to make myself, I know it's going to be shocking, paler than I actually am at the moment. And I'm just going to use Revolution's baking powder in the color Ghost. So it's loose in here, so I just dumped some in the cap. And then just pat it all over my face. So just kind of like this, just to give me more of a complete white complexion. I'm not going to give myself rosy cheeks. I'm not going to put blush on, but I am going to do a little bit of contouring with the color from Besame Sleeping Beauty palette. It's this white 107 right here. And I feel like it would be a really good kind of deadishy color, because I'm not supposed to look rosy and pretty. I'm supposed to look kind of dead. And I'm going to leave it a little bit harsh. I'll probably go in and smooth it out a little bit, but for this second, it can just be a little harsh. And so then also I want to look a little more deadishy under my eyes. So I'm actually going to go into this color Dust 107 right here. Just on a flat little, not flat, fluffy brush. And I'm going to apply that under my eyes. Now that I've got that on, I actually want to go into this color White 106 right here on the same brush. Special effects like aren't my thing, so this is probably gonna look a little wonky, but I'm really trying. So I do want to take the brush that I had the white on, and I just kind of want to go around right over here, just kind of blending it out a little bit. And I feel like it needs to have like a little bit of a pinkishy red color. So I think I am going to go into Coral 102 up here, just on the same brush. I can't wait to see the look that Jess does with the character that I gave her, because she is so creative. So I know whatever she does is going to be amazing. I hope she's not disappointed with what I'm going to do. The Swan Princess is a movie I think I saw like once when I was a kid, and I don't remember too much about it, but I looked up a little bit and I kind of remembered the story. But it's definitely a really cute movie for kids. As always, you know, because she turned into a swan since she befriends animals, and of course because she's a princess. And of course because she's a princess, that always makes it fun. So she's of course very pretty and she can sing, and it's just like a very cute movie. And I do agree with Jess. I do believe it's underrated because it's one of those ones like you never really hear about Princess Odette, probably because she's not a Disney princess, which kind of sucks because like she's just as cool as a Disney princess, but you know, it is what it is. So I have this look going on right here. So off camera, I just did this eye, and then I just put my P. Louise base on my left eye, and now I'm going to jump back into the Besame Sleeping Beauty palette, and I'm going to go into this color 89352 on the bottom right here. And I'm just picking that up on my Sigma E25 brush. And I'm going to apply that to my crease and socket area on my eye. I love this palette, and it's one of those palettes that I like forget for some reason that I have, even though I have it on display in the back of my videos all the time. I forget like, oh, you can use that. It has some really cool mattes in it, and they work really nicely. And you can do some really pretty looks with it. And I knew like, though, for some reason, though, the second I thought when Jess gave me this thing, this is one of the first palettes that I thought, I'm like, oh my god, like this would be perfect. It has such great colors for like making yourself kind of look a little bit, because it's makeup from this Sleeping Beauty movie, like it's actual colors from the cartoon. So Maleficent had like some of these dark colors, so it just worked out perfectly. So now I'm going to jump into the Tati Volume 1 palette, and I'm just going to jump into Aura in the sequin. I'm just taking that on a flat pencil brush. Not, oh my god, I'm taking it not on a flat pencil brush. I'm taking it on a pencil brush. It's not flat. And I'm just going to put that in my brow bone area. Has a little bit of a sparkle in it, but I don't want like too much of a shimmer, because But this look, we're not doing that. I, of course, made this super difficult for myself by using like 15 different palettes. So that's fun. And like the Besame Sleeping Beauty one is absolutely stunning, but it does not open and close very easily. So that's also a lot of fun. So like this. So I'm going to be sticking with the Tati Neutrals palette, and I'm actually going to go in to the color Memory in the sequin right here. And I'm just taking a flat Wayne Goss 26S brush. And I'm going to apply that all over my mobile lid. I am getting a tiny bit of fallout, but that's okay. I can clean that up. And the black fallout actually, like on this look, isn't the worst. So there's that. That's a positive. So I'm just going to take a flat brush and I'm going to go into Memory again, but I'm going to go into the metallic finish. And I'm actually going to pick this up on this flat brush, and then I'm going to spritz it with some water. I feel like I'm so disorganized because I have so much stuff everywhere, and I just feel like a hot mess. And then I just want to take my Wayne Goss brush that I had the sequin finish of Memory and just go over the top where they meet and just kind of blend it out a little bit. And I don't want the green to get completely lost. And I know there's some fallout again on my face. So I'm just going to dip that back in. Oh my god, there's a bee in here. What the hell? I think it's a bee. It sounds like a bee. Oh no, it's a stink bug. They don't really bother me. Bees don't really bother me either. I just don't want to get stung. So it's looking like this so far. So I just went in on my waterline with Urban Decay's gel liner in the color 0. And now I'm going to go back into the Tati palette and I'm going to go into the color Ritual in the matte. And I'm actually just going to apply that under my lower lash line. I felt the brown under the lower lash line would go better with the like discoloration that I tried to do. Better than like a black. So like that. And then I do just want to make sure that it stays like kind of consistent. I'm not even sure what I'm saying. I'm going to go back into Dust 107. And I'm going to put that under again, just kind of blending in with the brown. And then for my inner corner, I'm not going to go in with the Pop of Sparkle because dead people don't have sparkle. So I'm going to go into this color White 107 again. And I'm just going to bring it in just like that. So it just looks even more like that. So this is my final look. Odette the Swan Queen, as if she was a haunted, dead, scary version. Off camera, I used some liquid latex and some fake blood, some feathers, and actually grabbed my Modern Renaissance palette to give it the colors that I gave it. I went in with Bon Fresco, Venetian Red, and Antique Bronze. I've never done special effects before, so this was like a literal I've never done it before. This was like the first time I've ever done it, so it might look a little wonky. I wanted to give the impression that she had like some nasty skin going on, and because like she was a swan and swans have feathers, I wanted to like make it look like some feathers were protruding. I don't know how perfect that came out or if it looks stupid, but that was my goal for this. For my lips, I just went in with a black actually eyeliner, and then finished it off with this Too Faced Mermaid Tears lipstick in the middle, just to give it like a dark purpley color and a little bit of shimmer. And that's it. And then I finished up with some lashes just to give it a more dramatic look, and then of course the tiara because she is supposed to be a princess. So yeah, I think it was a lot of fun. I definitely want to play around with special effects more because it was not as scary as I thought it was going to be to use it. Liquid latex comes off pretty easily when I was just like kind of playing around with it before. It smells absolutely disgusting though. I don't know if it's just the brand I got, but it's gross. So yeah, so anyway, Jess, I just want to say thank you again so much for doing this collab with me. I really hope you liked my interpretation of Odette as a dead, scary kind of ghost, creepy version. I thank you again, and I cannot wait to see what you did with the individual I gave you. I will of course have Jess's information listed below because she is so awesome, so please go check her out. She is definitely more than just your average Jess. She is totally cool, and I definitely think that you should show her some love. So anyway, my celestial cupcakes, that is it for this video and this edition of Colleen's Creeptober. I hope you liked it, and if you liked this video, please feel free to give it a like. If you really like this video, please feel free to subscribe. If you want to do neither of those things, that is totally fine. I get it. I am not one of the cool kids, but I still thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I will still send you tons of happy thoughts and positive vibes your way just for stopping by. I of course will list everything that I'm wearing on my face, as well as my Twitter and Instagram handles in case you want to follow me there. I post pictures of looks that I do not film, as well as pictures of my pets, and I think they are adorable. But of course, we are all biased when it comes to our fur babies. But oh well. Anyway, from one makeup lover to another, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And remember, be you, do you, love you. Bye.